Guys, thank you so much for giving me your time today. I am so happy to be here. Give it up for HiCap and for Kleinbot for having us. Round of applause.
Okay, really quickly, just for quick context, my name is Tim. If you're new to the channel, I run a video agency and I also run a program where I teach people and founders how to build personal brands that pay. But for context, this is from a presentation down in Mexico City. I was invited to go down to shoot a project and then also offered an hour presentation slot. So I was supposed to have like 2 or 3 different angles of this entire presentation, but I only have the one, so it's super up close. So I'm a little bit bummed about that. But guys, there's a ton of value here. If you're looking to work on your personal brand or you're looking to just improve in this area, listen in, try to make this thing super fun. And if you click the link down below, you will get access to some free assets as well. So I hope you enjoy, and let's jump into the actual presentation now. Here's this.
You good to start early?
Want to check their mic?
Or want to let people come? Check. Checking. Everybody hear me? Everybody got me? No? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. See? Louder? I gotta scream. Can we turn the volume up a little bit? Por favor. Checking. Mic check. How we doing? Is this good? Mic check. What's going on, everybody? How are we? Everybody good? Does everybody speak English? Yo hablo poquito de español. Mi novia es una mexicana de Cuernavaca. So I'm not going to present this in Spanish because I can't all the way, but I'm going to present it in English. I hope you all can follow along and understand as well as possible. Let's give it up for everybody that's here right now. A round of applause for everyone, HiCap Klein, who put this on. Woo! Come on. This isn't going to be your sit here and sit on the computer and work and type while I'm up here. This time is going to be very well used, very efficient. We're going to have a good time. You're going to learn a bunch, and hopefully you'll leave this today with a ton of value on where to take your brand, your social media presence, and how to turn that into a paying product online. All right? The product is you, everybody. The product is you. Before we get into any of this, all you guys, all you hackers and tech nerds over here, let's get everybody to stand up with me for a second. Come on, everybody, let's stand up. We're going to do a couple of little exercises, guys. Come on, let's get loose. All right, we're going to start here. Hands up in the air. We're going to go down to the toes. Come on, down to the toes. Let loose. You've all been standing all day. Your back hurts. Let's loosen up. All right, go hands back up in the air. We're going to go to the left and to the right. We're going to go feet shoulder width apart. Hands on the hips. To the side, to the other side, to the other side, to the front, to the back, and around town. Come on, 2 more times. Around town. I can't believe I got all you guys to actually do that. That's insane. Thank you so much for participating. That's awesome. Hopefully, we have a good hour together. All right? Amazing, guys. So this is me 2 years ago. Today, I'm here speaking to all of you, which is incredible. This is my first time doing a presentation like this, so I'm nervous. If any of you are nervous here as well, it's normal. It's a normal thing. 2 years ago, I was putting nails into wood as a construction job, and it was not fun at all, guys. I worked with tons of Mexicans, and they all taught me how to speak poor Spanish, right? My nickname on the job site was El Camarón. So if you guys want to call me El Camarón, don't worry about that. It's funny because I was small and pink when I worked this job. So here's how this is going to go, right? For the next 45 minutes, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about personal branding and building your social media presence online, right? For the last 10 minutes or so, we will open up to live Q&A. You guys can answer or ask me whatever you need. And yeah, hopefully, again, this is very valuable. 2 years ago, I worked a 9 to 5 that I hated. That photo is actually from when I was like 19. 2 years ago, I worked at an agency, a marketing agency. We sold e-commerce marketing services to clients who sold high-ticket products, right? I hated that job. Today, I'm building my dream life. And that is all because of social media, because of content creation, because of my decision to do things like this, okay? How many of you use social media? Let's get a raise of hands. All right, most of you guys. Got a couple ladies in the front. You guys here in the front as well. How many of you guys own a business already or want to start a business in the future? All right, almost everybody. How many of you want to sell something of your own? All right, amazing. there has been a massive shift happening right now in the market, right? Most founders, they think that they need better ads, better funnels, more investors, more money coming in, which can help, right, with your business. But we have entered an entirely new market. That being, guys, the attention market. Your ability to get eyes on your business, on your brand, is what is going to allow you to separate yourself in the future. And if you're a business owner, a creator, a startup, or even a founder at this moment right now, you need to understand that attention is what gets you in the room, okay? Attention is what gets you in the room. This is very important. Trust is what will keep you in that room, okay? There's one thing that the top founders do very well, right? I don't know how many of you know this guy. This is Alex Hormozi. He's been in business for a long time. He's one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the space in this time, right? He used to sleep on his gym floor. And that's him 11 years back, guys. He has been creating content around his businesses for the last 11 years. He's documented his entire journey. He has built super fans. He has built lifelong customers, right? I'm assuming everybody knows this logo, right? You probably think the new iPhone 17 Pro, but majority of people think this man right here, Steve Jobs, okay? Steve Jobs did not sell iPhones. Steve Jobs sold the belief and the identity that if you were able to use their products or buy into their business, that you would actually become a creative person, right? A creative professional, right? You would join a different class, right? You would be a different person, a different identity. Facebook. I kind of look like this guy. It's kind of funny. Zuck is built what is now Meta, right? But what sold Meta for Zuck is his story, right? The story of a young college kid who knew a little bit about coding and allowed him to actually have the potential to connect the entire world. He didn't code a platform, guys, he coded trust. So why do you need a personal brand in 2025? Your personal brand is the most appreciating asset you can have in this day and age. It's the ultimate organic driver of growth, traffic, and leads. The most reliable safety net that you could ever have. And we're living in the gold rush right now. And I know that all of you sitting right here today, in 10 years from now, if you don't start, you're going to be like, I wish I would have listened to Tim on the stage at Mexico City Tech Week, all right? So, there's one thing that every successful founder does that sets them apart, guys. They built a powerful personal brand built off of trust, okay? They built trust, then they leveraged that trust in order to scale their business. Intentionally. How many of you out there know who this man is? Anyone, raise your hands, anybody? Nobody? This is Steve Forbes, ladies and gentlemen, and he has to say that your brand is the single most important investment you can make in your business today. But what does that even mean, Tim, right? Like, what does that question even mean, right? It means that the old way is out and the new way is in, ladies and gentlemen, right? Old way. Funnels, tons of money on ads, agencies, corporate sales messages. I know that every single one of you get a message in your inbox on email probably 5 to 10 times a day. You open it, you click it, you exit out of it. You don't want to read that, right? The new way, guys, is founder-led storytelling. Building trust with your audience, organic traffic, 100% transparency, okay? In order to become the face of your brand, you need to understand your business is not content, right? I'm going to teach you a lot about content creation in this 1 hour we have together, but your business is not actually content. It's a tool that you use to fuel your vehicle. Content is a lever that you pull to get eyes onto your business, okay? So should you start building a personal brand? See? Yes, guys, whether you're running a company, whether you're working at a 9 to 5, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or a founder, a startup one day, right? You can build trust and a personal brand in this moment after you leave this stage today. Founders, if you already have something built, right? You can increase your attention to your business. You can build trust at scale. You can recruit faster. You can sell easier. You can charge more for your products. Employees, if you currently work for a brand in this moment, you can build your personal brand before your business even exists, right? You can test ideas. You can put things out into the world and see what people actually would pay you for before even having a business or an LLC or anything like that. So as you start to design and think about your brand, right, your personal brand going forward, your number one goal is to create the best possible relationship with your avatar. Tim, what is an avatar? An avatar is the exact person that you will be speaking to within your content and within your marketing. Also known as your ICP, your ideal customer persona, right? For a lot of us, especially when it comes to content creation, it happens to be a younger version of ourselves, right? It happens to be this person that we used to be, right? We're solving problems for a person that we used to be. So when we think about this, we need to create stuff in that frame, right? How can we help the younger version that we were, the problems that we struggled with, how can we use content in our brand to actually help that individual? So if there's just one thing that you take from this time we have together here in Mexico City, I'm here all the way from San Diego, California, if you guys are wondering, it's that people buy into people. Okay, you're gonna hear this a few times throughout this presentation. And people buy into brands that they can trust, okay? So by the end of this presentation, you will leave here today with a new understanding on personal branding, a new mindset on what is possible for every single one of you sitting here today with me, and the keys to the car to transform your life today and start applying the frameworks that you learn in this moment. So let's not waste any time here, guys. Put those phones away, give me your undivided attention for the next 45 minutes or so, and yeah, let's jump into this. Give me a thumbs up if everybody is vibing, having a good time, ready to learn, ready to grow. Yeah? Awesome, amazing. If you do decide to pull your phone out, it better be because you're posting a story of me. If you tag me, I will repost it. I'll also follow every one of you back if you follow me today, okay? And again, if you stay here to the end of this presentation with me, to the end of the hour, I have 4 free gifts for every one of you that you'll be able to claim, and that you'll be able to actually learn from me today, take that knowledge and apply it directly to the brand that you want to build, okay? So this will directly help you do that. So stay here for an hour. That's all it is, right? So you're officially wondering who the fuck is this gringo up on the stage right now, everybody? This is me, guys. I'm a creative founder. I built an agency. We do video ads, video production, organic media for clients, typically in like the e-commerce space. Ironically, that's the industry I came from. But I also run a company called Engine 45. This is a program where I teach you guys, hence this presentation, why I'm here. I teach people how to build a personal brand and scale it and monetize it, okay? This is me as well. I also love to run, right? I run a couple businesses. I also like to run marathons. Yes, this is me, Ironman Morro Bay, 70.3, Moab 50K in Utah, the Rock and Roll San Diego Marathon in San Diego in July or June. This was me last week on Wednesday. I was supposed to hike this mountain. This is the tallest mountain in the continental USA, the mainland, right? 14,500 feet or something like that. So basically what happened was that the forecast got pretty bad. We couldn't hike it, so I decided that I needed to do something else, and that was actually hiking or running a marathon. I broke my PR. I finished in under 3 hours, 54 minutes, which is cool. I cracked a beer and I actually broke sobriety as well. I was sober for 4.5 months, and now we drank a nice classic American beer. All right. Anyways, I like to ride my vintage motorcycle. I also love to surf. It's a big part of my life. And at the end of the day, guys, if you find me doing anything at all, it's this, right? This is my passion. I used to hate talking to people and talking to camera and public speaking, honestly. And now I have a business around it, which is pretty ironic, honestly. So in the last 90 days, this is my account, 4 million views. All this stuff is fluff, guys. We just want to focus on consistency. But we had some good metrics in the last period of time. Over 20,000 followers across my channels right now. Worked with hundreds of clients. I scaled my production agency to over 14K per month. And now scaled my business, my info product business, to over 21,000 in the last 90 days or so. But guys, it was not always like this, right? It was not always like this at all. 2 years ago, like I told you earlier, I was working at an agency job, 9 to 5. I did not like my life. I was like not stoked to show up to work every day. And then I decided that it was time. I quit my 9 to 5 to pursue filmmaking. 2 years ago, that follower count isn't accurate. Don't pay attention to that. But 2 years ago today, I quit my 9 to 5. Not today, sometime. Right? 2 years ago, I started this journey. I started talking to a camera. I started building my personal brand for the first time ever, right? And I was terrible at this, guys. Look at me. I looked like I had to take a shit, for real. Like, I don't know why I used to look like this when I was on stage or on camera. It was crazy. I don't know. It happens. So if you're out there, you're like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can talk to the camera. Guys, it's normal. It's a normal thing. It's just a reps game, okay? I was also broke. Real fucking broke. I had no money coming in anytime soon, and I left my 9 to 5. No paycheck, nothing, right? I took a massive risk on myself, guys. Like a type of risk to where like I might not be able to afford rent next month. It was that risky. So I went 100% on this content stuff, and obviously I'm here today on the stage, which is incredible. But for about a year, this did not work. Like it really didn't work. A year and a half, living month to month, pretty much, dying, stressed out, anxious, guys. But I never gave up. I just decided to double down on what I was doing and to keep building what I'm building. And 2 years later, today, I've now started to build and semi-built the company that I used to dream of when I was a young man 2 years ago, a younger man. 2 years ago, or today, 2 years later, I am standing on this stage talking to you amazing people here at Mexico City Tech Week. Let's give it up for our amazing hosts, Andres, Juanito in the back, HiCap, and Kleinbot. Thank you guys for having me here today. Woo! Round of applause. So again, if you're sitting here right now, if you're nervous, if this is out of your comfort zone to be here today, understand I feel nervous too. It's a very normal thing. And I'll be honest with you all. I fucking hate this. I don't like public speaking. I really don't like it, right? But because of this, because I decided to talk to a camera for the last 2 years of my life, I have now built this. 2 years ago, I was broke, guys. Dead broke. I'm not some social media guru talking to you right now how to grow your account and your followers, guys. I am a real fucking human being who deals with stuff, struggled very much so, and now it's a different story, okay? This is all possible for every single one of you sitting here today, right? I don't know how many of you know this sport. This is called lacrosse. It's more familiar in the United States, but obviously I'm that small guy, El Camarón, on the right, right? I was the smallest kid on the field my whole life, and I was quick, right? I knew that I would be a little bit self-conscious. Honestly, my confidence levels were pretty low at the time, but I knew that I could achieve what I wanted to achieve if I could just work a little bit smarter than the rest of the pack, right? I was terrible in school. I was terrible at math and science, guys, so I had to lean on my creative side. Naturally, I fell in love with woodworking. That's the exact bed frame that I currently sleep on till this day back in San Diego. I went off to college to study business. Like I said, I wasn't good at math. I wasn't good at science. I couldn't even get into the business school at the University of Oregon. I studied product design instead, right? Which got me into graphic design, which then led me into e-commerce, digital marketing, like I mentioned to you all before, which then got me into videography, right? And then led me here to build a $14K per month production agency, which led me towards building a personal brand on this stage, talking to you all about personal branding right now. So, this is very important, guys. You cannot build trust with an audience, with your ideal buyers, without vulnerability, okay? I want you guys to give me a double clap on 3 if everybody is still engaged right now. Just 2 claps, okay? 1, 2, 3. Amazing. I told you all this on purpose. Everything, right? I wanted each of you to know my hardships, you know my story, understand where I was at in my history, right? I wanted to know what I struggled with on purpose. I showed you these photos on purpose, the running, the motorcycle, the surfing, because I wanted to create relatability with some of you out there who might be the same as me, might like the same things that I do, okay? Because people buy into people. They don't buy into products. People buy into stories, they buy into purpose, they buy into morals, they buy into a mission. The best brands, they don't market their products, guys. They market purpose and they market trust. Because people buy into, one more time, people buy into, there we go, come on. I think it's clear why we're all here, right? We're here to learn, we're here to be inspired, we're here to grow. We're here to set ourselves up with the highest success rate or likelihood of success that we possibly can going into the future. We want to share our interests or our values with the world. We want freedom, the ability to travel, right? We want to live life on our own terms, have a positive influence on our communities, on our people. And we're here to make money, okay? If you came here to make money, learn more, and make more money and grow, give me an huevo on 3, all right? 1, 2, 3. A huevo! I told you, I learned a little bit of Spanish from my friends back home. This is right here, my dream car. It's a Porsche 911. It's from the 1995 to 1999 era. It's a 993. It's black. It's perfect. I will buy it one day. You'll see me driving it. I tell everybody in my audience that I'm going to have this car one day. And I'm not telling you guys to flex or whatever. I'm telling you because I want to show you what I'm building towards. And I know this sounds materialistic, but it's just an example of the life that I want to live, right? I want to be able to take you on the journey of where I'm trying to go. I want to be able to get very clear with my audience and get clear with you guys on what I'm building, why I'm building it, why I'm going there, okay? In this day and age, especially with AI, people are craving authenticity, they're craving honesty, and the brands who take you on the journey with them are most likely the brands that are going to succeed in the upcoming years, right? Now, this is very important, guys. Your number one goal, again, is to build the strongest possible relationship with your avatar. Take somebody from a viewer of your content, right? Cold awareness, to a follower of you, to a fan of you, right? They want to be friends with you, to then a buyer. There's a cycle, there's a psychology to all this. We'll get into it at the end of this lesson. Your community needs to understand you. They need to understand what you're doing, why you're building what you're building, okay? And all personal branding is just becoming really good at building friendships at scale. Why are you guys here? Right? It's not because of the content that I post. It is not because of the topics that I talk about within my content. Not because of the success that I've had. It's because of who I am, guys. Something about me, I don't know if you looked me up or you saw me on the itinerary or you're just here by accident or whatever. Something about me made you show up here today. A lot of you could have gotten up and decided to leave right now. You could have left this 10 minutes into it, but you didn't. But because of the person I am, the person that I create for, you decided to stay. You've now built a relationship with me, right? A relationship built off of trust. Another nugget word we're going to talk about a lot in this presentation. Because of the things that I've shared with you, you probably feel a little bit more connected to me, right? You cannot build trust without, one more time, vulnerability, guys. You cannot build trust without vulnerability, okay? Followers don't pay your rent. Trust does. Trust is the real ROI. How do you actually start building a personal brand in 2025? You're all probably sitting there, you've been hearing about my story, learning about me a little bit, but how do you actually apply this? First step, we need to build trust, clarity, understand your story, your avatar, your mission. Why are you building what you're building, okay? Then we build systems. We build systems around that, right? A content engine that you can never burn out from. A structure around that, right? Consistency, a way for you to show up all the time for a long period of time. Then you build leverage, a digital product, an offer, a physical product. Tech, who knows? We're at a tech conference, get me wrong. And we monetize, guys, right? So let's talk a little bit about content creation. Year one, it's kind of hard to see, but at the bottom left, you'll see my follower count at 995 people. No one cared. Year two, I built a little bit of trust with an audience. I showed up for a long period of time. 4,136 followers. Year two, I built buyers, okay? All the time compounded in this space, I've now built buyers. 16.8K on IG and about 3.5 on YouTube. So I want you guys to leave this and to think about documenting what you're building. Don't create to just create. Document what you would be doing regardless of whether you were building business or not, or regardless if you had to create content around it, right? But Tim, what do I create? I don't even know where to start. It's probably what we're all thinking right now, right? There are three principles that I want you to follow. Bucket number one is your authority and documentation bucket, right? Why should people listen to you? What are you good at? What skills do you have that I don't, that you could teach me within the span of 30 minutes, right? What value can you provide the world? How can you teach me, right? How can you create interesting ideas and opinions that would be great to put on your socials, okay? Share your profession, why I should listen to you. Your second bucket, your viral style, your growth content, guys. We want to play the game here. We want to find a way to get awareness on our businesses. We want to find a way to be broad, to get things to be shared, saved, right? What trends can you hop on that makes sense for your business, right? What content can you post that would get shares? Use this bucket to get eyes on your business. Remember, all content is just getting eyes on your business, okay? Authenticity, who are you? What do you like to do? What are your interests, right? What makes you, you? I shared a lot with you guys on purpose, right? Some funny stories, some serious stories on purpose because it's my story. No one else can make it. No one else can have that story. Use this bucket to relate to your audience, okay? A powerful personal brand is one that drives attention, respect, value, and human connection. I want you all to first master one platform. This can live within short form and long form as well, right? But we want to get really good at one platform first and then start to expand to the others. If you're a writer, if you like to write, X, Threads, LinkedIn, this might be a better platform for you. If you like to talk, like myself, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, guys, I would focus majority of your time on one of these three or one of those three, and then repurpose for the other platforms, right? Create for one, repurpose for the others. So documentation versus authority, right? We want to understand what this exactly is, okay? You'll need a general idea of who your avatar is, who you're creating for. Remember your ICP, your ideal customer profile. Then we need to start serving that person, okay? But how? Like, how do we do that, right? We need to understand our purpose first, guys, right? Why are you doing this? Like, why are you here? Why do you want to create content? Why do you want to build a personal brand? What's it all for? I'm on a mission to help 1,000 founders turn their story into a personal brand that pays them, giving them freedom, fulfillment, and the ability to build their dream life all on their own. So every piece of content that I create, it helps this person, it helps my avatar, right? Do not, I repeat, do not niche down. Okay, guys? You are the niche. You are the niche. All of you sitting here today. Your content should be whatever the hell that you want it to be. As long as in some way, shape, or form, it's pushing back to that avatar, to that ICP who you are creating for. This content, right? My authority content. I like to talk. I understand that this content isn't going to go viral. I understand it's not going to get a ton of new people onto my page. Maybe it does, but it's not designed for that. It's designed to build trust with my audience, provide value, show them my expertise in this space, right? Like Maurice, this is what I need to hear right now. Had a tough week, yada, 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 right? Growth content. Because I come from a filmmaking background, this is naturally something I like to do. So I'll hop on trends. I'll find ways to then get more eyes, shorter videos, more of a broad audience, right? So that multiple people can actually send it or see it or watch it and enjoy it. My grandma can watch that and be like, that's a cool car, it's a Porsche. And my friend who's my age can watch it and be like, dude, I wanted that car, like whatever. Also, I don't know if you noticed here, but there is a call to action. Comment LUT, I will send you my digital product. So this almost hits a trifecta. It gets views, eyes onto my business. It also is dope. It's passion for me. And it also sells a digital product, right? And then third of all, our authenticity content, things that I'm interested in. I shared that I like to run and I like to post content around my training. It's what I do. I would be doing running and training and lifting weights regardless if I was a content creator or not. So I want you guys all to niche down in your business and your services. Get very specific with who you're trying to help and why. But don't niche down in your content. Okay? We need to understand where we're at. This is a diagram. You can look this up on Google. It's called your Ikigai. It's a Japanese way of finding your purpose. On the left, we have what I'm good at, what I love, what the world needs, and what I can be paid for. That in the middle creates your Ikigai. If you want to learn more about these, I'd recommend it. It's nice to work on this exercise. So again, guys, content creation and entrepreneurship, this game is a lot like endurance training. For the first 3 months or within 3 months of training, I was really dialed with my training going into this Ironman 70.3. And I went really hard. I started getting a little bit cocky. I started really trying to race my opponent or my friend who was training with me at the time. I got hurt. I busted my knee. And I realized that I completely derailed the entire 3 months of time that I put into my craft, into my training, into my health, just because of one injury because I decided to not listen to myself. I had to take about a month off. The race was about 2 months ahead. And it made me realize that if I start to feel like I'm going to get injured, I need to pull back. Guys, there's going to be times in content, in business, and entrepreneurship where you're going to be like, I'm stressed, I'm burnt out, I don't know if I can keep doing this. And it's okay to pull back. Guys, it's the same with content. If you start to burn out, taper down, right? We want to be able to be in a maintenance mode. At times you're going to be growing, posting tons of content. At times you're going to be like, I don't even know what to do. Let me just stay in this maintenance mode and make sure I don't degress or decline, right? It's going to test you. It's going to feel like nothing's working at times. You're going to feel like a failure. You're going to feel like you want to quit. But remember, you cannot lose if you just don't quit. So think about this. Ask yourself, what's causing you to get injured with your content, with your work? What is causing you for that to happen, right? Why is it happening? How can you avoid this injury? What systems can you build to allow you to never burn out or to never get injured, right? What do you need to do to allow yourself to keep posting content for the next 10 years or so? And I'll be honest with you guys, right? I'll be very honest with you guys. First thing, we need to prioritize sustainability, right? It has to make sense. It has to be able to be sustainable within our lives for us to be able to do this for a long period of time. But if you're not in this for the long game, if you don't want to be in this space for the long time, right? I'll probably do this for the rest of my life, to be honest. It's probably not the game for you. I need you to start thinking about content creation like a business, right? You have two audiences. First audience is your borrowed audience. What does that mean? Well, second audience, that's your owned audience. What does that mean? Borrowed is your Instagram, your YouTube, your cold awareness, and your social media platforms, right? They're platforms where you can share your unique opinion, your unique skills, authority, but you don't own it. My Instagram account could get deleted tomorrow. Your owned audience, guys, which we need to focus on entirely, is your email list. No one can take this from you. You can literally download it as a .csv or whatever that is called, right? No one can take this from you. You can upload it to any different platform, Klaviyo, MailChimp, Kit, that's what I use. No one can take this from you, and people buy from email, right? What do you do? What are you doing when you're buying something? You're typically not like, sitting on the toilet scrolling your phone on Reels, right? When you buy something, you're gonna buy it when you're on your computer, working, after work, from email, typically. So even though you're just starting, I need you to start thinking about business or content as a business, right? I want you to sell your sawdust. This was a saying that was taught to me by my coach, and basically it means your sawdust is the things that come very easy to you that don't come easy to others, okay? Because I told you, I come from a filmmaking background. I got naturally very good at color grading. I had friends of mine, or people in my network, followers, who asked me for help, who wanted to learn how I did it, my process, etc. They complimented me for it, right? They wanted to learn, so I built it out for them, right? Very quickly. This helped blow my email list up to over 2,700 people that are in my direct buying market. And again, this didn't happen overnight. This happened over the span of about a year or so. Because of this post that got 471,000 views with a simple CTA. So guys, I want you to think about this today, right? Your freebie, your free offer, your free value you can provide to somebody. This is your plan. You're gonna create something. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna write it down. You're gonna launch it fast with organic posts, emails. Use a simple CTA within your content, right? And I want you to build this within the span of like a day, right? Track the demand and then optimize and iterate after 1,000 views, right? We don't want to change anything on the page, anything about the product until we've had at least 1,000 people see it, okay? And then market it like crazy. To clarify, I built an audience around a skill set. I figured out what that audience would like to learn from me. I turned my skill into a free product. I gathered their information in return for my free product. And then I sold the solution, aka the next step from the free product, to that audience and pulled in $12,000 in the last 4 months. So, where do you guys start? I swear the elevations are getting me here. I'm at sea level back home. I'm like short of breath. It's crazy. Start with what you know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not in the business of teaching you how to grow on Instagram, guys. I am in the business of teaching you how to build a personal brand that you can then build a business out of, okay? I can teach you how to develop and build a digital product because it's something that I've done, right? I can teach you how to build and scale a marketing agency or a video production agency because it's something that I've done. I'm not going to teach you how to grow 1 million followers with 20,000 followers, right? Let's be real. Great founders, they show, right? They show what they're doing. They don't tell. So let's recap. From your content buckets, you have your authority. Share your expertise, show your work, teach people things that they actually need to know. For growth content, create for a larger audience. Think broad. Think, what can the top 5 people that I typically send videos to on YouTube, IG, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever it is, that version, I mean, like, you know, you got like your parents, maybe like your friends, your coworkers, whatever. There's groups of people you send stuff to. How can you create a piece of content that all these people, no matter what they do, would potentially send? Authenticity. This is your real, I'm a human being content, right? This is how we show your struggles, your wins, your personality, your life outside of work, okay? This is what builds real connection. This is what makes people feel like they know you. This is what makes followers turn into what we like to call friends. Friends buy from friends, guys. Separate this, right? You have your buckets. I want you to separate them. Don't mix and match everything, okay? Your content buckets, when you sell, sell, right? When you want to grow, post growth content. Like, don't get it mixed up. Do one thing very well at a time within your buckets. When you want to post authenticity stuff, don't try to throw a little sale at the end. Like, I'm Tim, I struggle with this, buy my product. Like, if you're gonna be authentic, share your authentic. If you're gonna sell, sell, right? Be very clear with your audience. Your viral content is just shareable and savable content. And again, think about it from the consumer perspective, from the viewers, right? Ask yourself, would you send it to somebody? And if the answer is no, it's probably not going to pop realistically. It could, but it's probably not going to. The main metrics that I focus on are right here. Shares, saves, okay? So ask yourself, how will this content make someone feel after watching it? Inspired, motivated, understood, right? Is this something I would send to a friend? Is this something that people in my target audience would find relatable? What is the total market size of this piece of content? Like, how broad is it? How many people can actually ingest the content, right? And be intentional. Like, be very intentional with what you create. Because people buy from people that they relate to and that they trust, okay? Use your content to become that person. You have one very massively big unfair advantage in this moment today, every single one of you sitting here. You are you. No one else can be you. No one else can have your story. No one else has your personality, your values, your morals, your goals. You are you, and that is what separates you from everybody else sitting around you, okay? Authenticity is how you set yourself apart on social media. You have another unfair advantage, but first we need to identify it together, right? Then lean into it and then market it. For me, like I've mentioned a handful of times, I started with filmmaking. Naturally, my content is going to look a lot better than probably a lot of people just starting out because of this skill. So I want you to identify your unfair advantage first, and then market the hell out of it. Use it to your advantage, right? If you're good at really good at one thing, focus on that. Use it to your advantage. One thing that I had to learn very, very difficultly is that as creatives, as like builders, as like entrepreneurial minds, right? Creative people have a really hard time with shifting their mental to become some sort of business owner mindset, right? We're worried about what we look on camera, how the product looks, how the presentation looks, if the slides are perfect, right? We worry about all this stuff that doesn't actually matter, right? It doesn't actually move the needle. You need to start thinking about content in your personal brand as a business owner would, right? What do I need to do to scale over the next 5 years, 10 years of time, right? Stop being a perfectionist, guys. Perfectionism will kill you. It'll kill your brand. The longer it takes between idea and execution, the worse, right? Consistency is what we want to focus over everything that we do. And I want you all to share the wins within your content. I want you to share the losses. I want you to be vulnerable, right? I want you to be opinionated. Share your values, your why, your mission, your unfair advantages, okay? Show them the life that they could live if they have achieved what you have. Show the fruits and literally market the fruits of your labor, guys. On the left, that is my new 2025 Honda XR650. It's a dirt bike, right? I bought that thing because I was stoked and I made a lot of content with my old bike, so I bought a new one. Anyways, Camilla, this is my Mexican girlfriend. I told you guys in the beginning, right? She is my rock. I will marry her one day. I tend to put her in my content because she is a part of my story. This watch, I grew up where the Navy SEALs were trained. This watch was issued to all of the Navy SEALs in the town that I grew up in. I bought the watch because it was an achievement of mine and it makes me happy, right? Share the fruits of your labor, guys. Again, focus on giving as much as humanly possible without receiving anything in return. That's our goal with content. The algorithm, it rewards consistency, not perfection, guys. And so do people, right? People reward consistency, showing up. People want to see your journey. They want to follow along in real time. They want to know what you're doing, what you're up to, what you're building. So give them something to follow along with, right? If you're building a business, give them something to follow along with. Take them on the journey with you because everyone's situation is unique, right? You're going to have to find your unique cadence, right? I had to make the choice to post basically every day. I'm not saying that you need to post every single day or 3 times a week or whatever. You need to figure out what works for you. I will say that posting more will probably help because, again, no matter how I felt at times, even if I felt like my reel was going to do shit and not work, I'd still post it, right? Because I knew that consistency over time would help me get closer to the life that I wanted to live, the brand that I wanted to build, the personal brand I wanted to have, to get results similar to this, right? This took years, over 700, 800 posts at times, guys. So I want you to take this little story framework that you can actually start using in this moment today. Stories are a great way to keep people in the loop as you build. So steal the story framework, okay? S, show your work. Take your audience behind the scenes, daily routines, tools, products, services, your progress. What are you working on? Okay? Teach. T. Share your expertise. Quick tips that your audience could take from you instantly. O. Open up. Get real with your audience. Share the wins, share the losses like we talked about. Our authenticity buckets. R. React and respond. I want you to be present with what's going on. Share your opinion and be opinionated. Like, don't like be like, yeah, I like this, but I also like that too. So like, I don't know, like if you like something, stay on that side, okay? Your community, share the client wins, share the collabs, the shout outs. You will go farther together. Reach out to that person, ask the question. You will go farther together than alone. But you need to make it easy on yourself. You need to remove the friction, guys, right? Like with running, there was a time where I knew I needed to get up and run first thing in the morning. So I would get all my clothes ready, put my shoes and my clothes and all that stuff next to the door so that I knew no matter what, my stuff started there, I got to get up and go. It removed a layer of friction. With talking to the camera, I built out an entire studio in my room that I can just click 3 buttons, turn the camera on and record. Before, I gotta set it up, I gotta write the script, I gotta write the idea, I gotta turn on the lights. Horrible. Then you get to the time where you actually want to start filming and you're like, oh, I'm all flustered, right? Horrible. Make it easier on yourself and remove the friction. So here's how I structure my week, right? Daily, I'm brain dumping. I'm writing out ideas, right? 10 minutes or so, I'll just write in my notes in my iPhone, right? On Mondays, I will do quick scripting. I'll just like elaborate a little bit on my best pieces of content, like the best ideas I wrote that day or that week. Tuesdays, I'll film. I'll batch content. If you don't know what batching content is, it means that you're essentially filming multiple videos in one time so that you have a lot of content to then post and edit throughout the next period of time. Wednesday through Saturday, I'm editing, I'm posting, I'm scheduling content out, right? And on Sundays, I reset, I rot, I lay on the couch, I don't train, I don't do anything. You need to give yourself a little bit of time to reset, guys. You will burn out if you don't. The system works because it removes the daily decision of what should I post, right? It leaves you with unlimited pieces of content. So, the 6 pillars of the content matrix. Your first, education. Here's how to do the things that I know how to do. Simple, right? 2, documentation. Here's what I'm working on right now in this moment. Number 3, my story. Here's how I got to where I am. And number 4, my beliefs. Here's what I think about this topic. Number 5, moments. Here's something that happened today in my day-to-day life, right? And number 6, future. Here's what I'm building towards. Here's why I'm doing. Here's what's possible. Now, here's something that most people won't tell you. You're probably gonna suck at first, right? If you start talking to the camera, if you start like trying to do content, like take it seriously, you're gonna suck at first. But understand, it's a reps game. I look back to my old videos from 2 years ago, right? Cringe, horrible. I look like I had to take a dump, but you guys saw that photo earlier. It's terrible. But you know what? Without the 700 plus shitty videos that I put out, the 20 of them wouldn't have popped. This is what the next 500 pieces of your content will probably look like, guys. All of the empty squares are average posts. All of the red squares are your viral posts, right? The red squares, they allocated to all of the growth that I've had, and it'll probably be the same with you. And remember, you cannot improve what you do not create. So instead of sitting there in your head, start creating, right? And then improve upon what works. Don't also go 10 out of 10 effort on the things that you start with, right? If you go 10 out of 10 effort on a YouTube video, you try to put all this time, all this energy into shooting and editing it. Then you post it, you get to like 100 views, you're like, damn, now what? Where do I take this, right? We need to have an understanding of where can we take the content that we're creating. Like, how can I learn where to improve the product or the video for, say, if I went 10 out of 10 from the get-go. Quality, it comes from quantity, and that's a hill that I will die on, okay? There is a story. It's a ceramic story. I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard this, but basically there was a curriculum where 2 classes had the same teacher, and the teacher was like, hey, class number 1, you guys are going to have to do as many pots as you can possibly create in the span of my semester. And then the other class came in, and she said, hey, I want you guys to create the perfect pot at the end of the semester. Can anybody guess who made the better pots? Which class? Class number 1, guys, the class that created over and over and over again and didn't really have too much stress or too much worry about how perfect each little pot was. They just kept improving. Picasso, he created 15,000 paintings before anybody knew his name. Hermosi, 9 failed business attempts before the 10th business finally blew up. Quality, it comes from quantity, ladies and gentlemen. You're not bugging your followers either. This is something that a lot of people who start worry about. Oh, I don't want to annoy my audience. Man, fuck your audience. Like, fuck. You're not annoying your audience, right? You're building your futures, right? So again, like, shorten your time on creating. Give yourself a few hours to conduct an idea, to work on an idea. Don't give yourself a week. Hey, I want to make a YouTube video. Don't give yourself the whole week to then think about what you're going to create, right? Do it in a day. Get it out in a day, and then by the time 6 weeks goes by, you're going to have 6 videos versus you would have waited 1 week and spent the whole week for a video that didn't even do well, right? Shorten the time on creation. This is going to force you to get your ideas out. And also, you need to understand, guys, you need to put gas in your tank in order for the engine to run. Content is one of the highest daily inputs that you can do to get more eyes onto your business. Whatever you're selling, whatever you're building. So, hit publish, right? And remember this, you cannot go from 1 to 100 without going from first 0 to 1. So how do you actually turn your followers into customers, right? There's a psychology to trust. There's a psychology to building trust, okay? The 7-11-4 rule. People need to spend 7 hours with you across 11 touch points on 4 separate platforms before they trust you enough to buy from you, right? The main reason that people don't succeed on social media is because they lack systems and they lack the ability to stay consistent. So here's how I turned my followers into Engine 45 students, right? This is the other business that I run. Awareness content, 7 hours. YouTube videos, reels, carousels, emails, value first content, right? We have our trust content, right? Our 11 touch points. Stories, DMs, mini trainings, free Notion templates, behind the scenes stuff, okay? We then have our conversion, 4 platforms, right? This is where we're trying to get people to buy or to trade our stuff or information. Instagram, YouTube, email, Instagram stories as well, live workshops. Systems, we need to create systems in order to grow. Everybody knows this. Any business, anything you do, you need a system around it in order for it to scale, right? So this is a quick look at like a simple funnel of my entire business, right? Organic content to a freebie offer to a low ticket product to a high ticket product. My organic content grows my audience and gets people in the door. My freebie offer then trades my information for my products for their information. My low ticket product is something that is an impulse purchase, something that people can buy, $29, $15, $49, something that person that can buy without too much thought going into it. It's a simple solution to a problem that they have. My high ticket is then where I basically teach founders, creatives, how to do this, okay? This thing just died. Oh, there we go. We back. All right, we back. So I want you to take your cold awareness, your Instagram content, your YouTube content, and then I want you to actually post it, right? So that's what we have to do to get people to see our stuff. And I want you to think about a call to action that you can create within your content, right? How can you get people to give you their information? All we want through organic is to gather emails, gather phone numbers, and build awareness. There's a platform, I'm sure many of you know it, it's called ManyChat, right? ManyChat is basically where you can like set up a keyword from a story or for a post, and then you basically put, your keyword, comment color, and I'll DM you the free color grading tutorial. Now someone comments color, the ManyChat automation fires off. They then trade their information for my product, they get it, and I get their email. I have an automation that then tags their email as someone who downloaded the freebie, so that I can segment my email list, right? That's important as well. So I then became the owner of this information, right? 2,700 emails. I provided a ton of free value to my audience, right? Whether that's through email, short form, long form, Instagram content, YouTube content. We got like 10 minutes, guys. Let me get your attention. Come on. And then we're going to provide them an offer, okay? We're going to provide an offer to this list that we've now built up, okay? So that offer will then send them to a 24/7 landing page, a page that can sell our products, our services, our programs all night long while I sleep, right? And then send them to a 10 out of 10 product. Okay, this is Engine 45. This is the product that I've spent a lot of time on. Again, another way to get ideas, to get people's attention or thoughts or whatever, is to use a low-ticket live workshop, whether that's free or whether that's paid. Use that to get people or interest in your offers, right? So I literally, very simple, post on my story, what are you currently struggling with? A poll, give them 4 options of things that I could help them solve. Simple. Then I create a free workshop based off of that, guys. Very simple. Take what they want to learn, create a way for them to learn it. You need to do a great job. And remember this, you need to do a very great job of creating a great product at first. Your goal in the beginning is not to make money. Right? I knew going into this that this program would take some time to build, okay? And remember this, you need to literally try to make money with your social media in order to make money with social media. Influencers that have hundreds of thousands of followers, they wonder why they only get brand deals and they can't sell their own stuff. Because 1, they didn't build trust, and 2, they don't try to sell their own stuff. So think about this. Sell your own stuff. When I first started shooting content for brands, I charged $500 to $1,000. After 4 years of building my skill set, right, I now charged over $10,000. I didn't show up and try to sell a $10,000 product day one, ladies and gentlemen. I built up my skills. I knew it would take time to develop my product, my skill set, my service, okay? I understood that charging less in the beginning would help me get to where I want to go with time. I want you all to build the plane as you are flying it, as it's driving down the runway, right? I want you to get really good at getting your idea, putting it out, with it only being 60% done, okay? 60% done, put it out and see what happens. Because the longer time between idea and execution, the worse, like I told you. Like this presentation, I probably would have made this even longer or better visuals or whatever if I had the time. I spent a week on this, right? 548 slides or something like that. Everyone thought I was crazy for putting this together. I built it in the span of a week, right? I even changed it a little bit last night. And I simply had to allow myself to take imperfect action, right? I have a graphic design background, so therefore I get all like nitty gritty with this stuff. I need to make it perfect, right? I had to allow myself to just put it out. I want you guys to understand that with your personal brand, with time, with systems, with repetition, you will be able to build it and run it like an engine, okay? 3 months ago, the program that I've been building, it consisted of 12 failed sales calls and a few lessons, a few curriculums on what I've been building, right? Today we've helped countless students and we're just getting started. Like Kyle. Kyle has gained over 3,500 followers, consistent 10K months, and he's building an editing community as we speak, right? Isaiah, this guy came to me with $1,000 to his name. He invested in the program. The next day, he closed 2 retainer deals doing videography and made 6.3K, and he's now building out a platform in a basketball community where he's helping kids try to go pro. Right? That was his dream. He's now helping other kids learn the skills necessary to go pro. Come on. Why is this breaking? There we go. Pierce. 500 followers gained in the last 6 weeks. He's hitting consistent 8K months, and he just closed his first student where he's teaching them how to actually build a production company, what he's done. He's taken his skills, now packaged it into an offer, and teaches people how to do it. So each piece of content, it serves a purpose, right? Each platform, it serves a purpose. And if you set it up the right way with systems, with frameworks that are proven, you will start to function like an engine. Your business will. People join this email course while I sleep, right? People join my network, my place while I sleep, right? That comes from Instagram. That comes from YouTube content. And then it turns into this. It turns into potential students down the road. I couldn't have gotten here today, literally standing right here, without this, without the hundreds and hundreds of different videos that I created and time that I spent in this crowd. I couldn't get this without that, without the freebie, without that free offer, guys. So I want you to focus here in the beginning especially. Focus on this number. How much content can you put out for the longest period of time without burning out, right? A great product is what is most important at first. Guys, don't focus on the money. Focus on creating a product that is baller, that people will be like, I want you to do his program. Like, that was amazing. Like, you want to create real feedback, real results, real testimonials, right? In the beginning, that's what my little product image looked like, and now it's evolved into something even better. Founder-led brands will dominate the next decade, guys. AI, automation, it's oversaturated. All you guys know it. You're all in the tech world. Like, this is something that is growing and it's getting crazy. The way to tell your story and to set yourself apart is through human storytelling. It's through human reaction, authenticity, being able to buy into someone's mission, into their purpose, okay? In 2025, your personal brand is your distribution center or channel, and visibility is your equity. The difference between successful people and everybody else isn't skill, right? Both groups have the same ability to perform, to grow, right? The difference is that successful people take the shot with full confidence, even if they know it might not work out, even if there is a 50-50 chance of it actually working. The rest of people, they don't even show up. They don't try. I need you guys to try. I need you to leave here today with a plan on how to try, how to start. The best way to predict your future is to document it, okay? And you don't need to be perfect to start, guys. You just need to start. I want you all to leave here today and to start building your plane as you are driving it down the runway. 10% of you are going to remember this presentation, the things that I taught you, the things that I said today. 10% of you are going to remember all this stuff, all this information, right? I might post this on YouTube so you can just watch it back. But 100% of you are going to remember El Camarón. Guys, I'm Tim Ferrar. Thank you so much for having me. Before you go, we have free gifts, right? We have free gifts, live workshop, free access coming up. We also have free access to this email course. This on the left is a ChatGPT guide, right? This is the Dreamer Guide. This will teach you how to build your avatar. You'll be prompted through ChatGPT to then build your avatar, right? Here, this will teach you what content to create. All you need to do is take your now avatar that you just built out, your text document, plug it into there, and you're going to use that to then understand what to create. It'll help you kind of navigate this in the beginning, right? All you need to do, scan this QR code. You will be prompted. Make sure to go to your email. You'll need to confirm your sign up, and then you will be sent to the page where you'll have all this information, all this free value. Guys, thank you so much for giving me your time today. I am so happy to be here. Give it up for HiCap and for Kleinbot for having us. Round of applause. I hope I did all right. First time.
Great. Camarón, nice to meet you, man.
How does it sound? Yeah.
Presentation.
Pleasure, man. Appreciate you.
Present for the next.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And divorce.
Any questions at all, man, please reach out to me.
I'm following you already. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text you that.
Yeah, man, please.
Cool.
Appreciate your time. Where's my phone at?